What is up, everybody? It's been too long, so today we're going to be making two Lord of the Rings videos. So today we're going to be talking about, in this video anyway, how free-to-play can keep up in Arena and how they are keeping up in Arena. Very specific characters seem to be countering the current whale kraken meta, if you will. I'm happy to share that with you guys, as it's a tool that I've been using to kind of maintain my position, I believe, in the top 30 or so. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there in Arena with everyone having different payouts. It's brutal. So let's get into it and we'll talk about why some specific pieces are really peeling this meta apart. Alright guys, so here we are in the arena and I'm going to attack this team over here with the Strider, Halbarad, Ironhide, believe it was Ugluk, and Eothane. And this is my team. Now, this is the team I've been using for everything now. So I got Ironhide myself, Strider, Ugluk, Eowyn, who you know I'm really down with, and then Eothane as well. So let's get in here and watch how this plays out. So the power here is really Ugluk. He's kind of a secret weapon because right now the meta is like kill before you're killed. Now, the reason Ugluk plays a big part in that is because he can actually blind somebody on the first turn who can do a devastating AoE, namely Strider. So when Strider's coming in, especially if there's an enemy Eowyn there, giving him offense up, that could be rough. Now, if there's not a Strider, there seems to be Ironhide on every single team, so Ugluk can then go ahead and blind him. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for Eothane because I know he's going to taunt, and then I'm going to get stuck behind him anyway, but I'm going to get off him to put this blind on Strider. Now, Strider is going to come in and look like he's not actually doing his AoE, but he is. So his AoE is on cooldown now. I don't know why the animation doesn't show it for the enemy, but it shows it for us. I don't know. Now, the biggest concern here is the enemy Ugluk. If he puts blind on your Ironhide or your Strider, then you're at square zero. But if there's not an Ugluk, this is like a really easy win. And you'll notice Halbarad, I have Halbarad built. He's my biggest character, or close to. Maybe Ironhide's edging him out still. And he's just not good for me on arena offense. His single target damage, even his heal, not as impactful as the AoE from Strider or the blind from Ugluk. All right, so Ironhide comes in now, and he's going to clear all my things. And here's another moment of power for Eowyn that we should talk about. So she gives offense up for the turn, first turn for people to do their big AoEs. That'll be your Strider, your Ironhide, maybe if you have Bulg on there for some big single target damage instead of Ugluk, whatever the case may be. But another point of power here is, especially if there's a Brute on there, a Bruhu the Brute, and it gives defense down to your entire team, well, Eowyn's second turn is actually a cleanse. So even this blind on her doesn't impact her at all. So she's going to go ahead, she uses her ultimate, she clears it, and now she's going to put an ability block on the enemy Eothane. This means that we no longer have to worry about him giving counters to the enemy team. And watch what the counters from my Eothane do. I'm stuck behind the Halbarad, which is not a big deal. You'll see he's taking huge damage. Eothane goes and gets counters up. And then watch what happens when the Brute decides to do his attack on me. Now, this was a little bit of a punch-up, so nobody's actually dying, unfortunately. But now you can see the enemy team is in peril. So their Ironhide, their Halbarad, very near death. Their Eothane is absolutely gone. My Eowyn has been tanking like a boss. She is not squishy when you start building her up, and she's basicing to get those defense ups. It's really, really nice. So there's the Halbarad heal, and you'll notice it didn't even give the enemy Ironhide enough life to survive one more attack. So it doesn't seem very impactful to me. I'm not a huge fan of Halbarad right now. Maybe when he gets a little bit higher that he will be bigger because his health will be bigger, but then our characters will be bigger too. So I'm interested to see how Halbarad is going to shape up long term. So I got stuck behind that taunt. Actually, you know what? Ironhide did survive, so there you go. Maybe Halbarad did save him. Not quite enough, though, considering that when he does do that heal, he's also not actually attacking anybody. And I don't know, there just seems to be a very strong brute force to this game right now. And maybe that changes later with new teams, more intricate, dynamic kits and everything like that. We'll see. Maybe there's characters that are currently in the game that we just aren't familiar with yet. And not a lot of people have built up Herodem, the Mordor team. Everyone's avoiding goblins because they're just too squishy. Maybe one of these teams is going to rise up and we'll see them kind of come in and mechanically take over. But right now it seems to be early control, just Ugluk, like one turn control, getting an offense up and AoEing everything down. and that circumvents taunts from Eothane, from Halbarad, even from Ugluk himself, and you go from there. And then you'll see that the blind from Ugluk actually is going to come back up before you finish your match. He's going to get to do it 2 times, very low cooldown. I do it to the enemy Ugluk this time, so he cannot blind me, and then we're off to the races. So this was a little bit of a punch up. You see I get through it pretty cleanly. I'm going to have basically 3 healthy characters left, which is not something that normally happens on punch acrosses, let alone spare punch ups. So let's go do one more attack. We're going to walk through that one, not talking too much about the strategy and just looking at the attack itself. Let's go. All right, guys, so here we go with another battle, and we're going to get a little ambitious here. We're going to do a 2,000 punch up, nearly a 20%. And we're doing it against like a full whale on team. So we're going to be doing it against the Misty Mountain Orcs. That's going to be Bulg, Gruhu the Brute, Tordok with Halbarad and Eowyn. And we're going to see how this one shakes out. So this video is me kind of spouting like there is a track for free to play to keep up. Now, if certain things happen, like if this blind is resisted, this match goes a completely different way. And say if the whales, who of course watch these videos as well, start putting Ugluk on defense, this is also going to play out differently because, as you know, if you've been playing this game, the AI hard targets the exact person you don't want it to. Every single time I try and go into a Ugluk mirror matchup, first of all, he goes first and he blinds my Strider. And then I go to blind the enemy Strider and then it fails and I die. I'll quickly show footage of what happens there in the corner here. I don't want to talk about that fight because that's hard to relive. But this is a 2k punch up and you see how just beautifully it's going. We're already down to a 4v5. Yes, my Strider's now gone. And yes, you did see that correctly. Strider did get ability block, so he couldn't do the special to finish off that Bulg without having to use an extra attack on him, which is super annoying. But as we continue, Eowyn is now nice and low. We see that we got Ironhide, who again, I much prefer over Gruhu the Brute. I think he just brings more. 2 AoE attacks, a cleanse. His basic hits extra hard when he gets low, even though, again, the AI targets perfectly and never goes for him until he's the last character. You guys know what I'm talking about with that. All right, so other things that this team brings that others don't is we got defense down from Eothane. Now, I know Gruhu the Brute does that, but it gets immediately cleansed from Eowyn like we talked about, which is huge. So even though I get stuck behind this like monster taunt Halbarad, at least I get to make him take more damage. He's going to get that expose, if you will. It's called, I call it defense down, it's expose. Depends what game you're used to, I suppose. And you see, like, we're able just to start ripping him apart, which is huge. I mean, he's big. He's a 3,000 power enemy. Like, that's crazy. Let's see if I keep attacking the same target. I like that. Focus fire. Don't try and spread the wealth. It's not worth it. Turn the match into a 4v5 as fast as possible. And here, again, Ugluk. 4-turn special, so he's going to get to do it again. We're going to get on the Tordok here, which is going to protect my Eowyn, who then's going to counter him, and now she's still alive. She definitely would have died, even with those defense up. She was so close to dead there. So we keep going. We're still working on this Halbarad, who is a giant, but we have so much control at our disposal. So much buff, or bane clear, if you will, that we're able to get through it all. Another expose comes through. Now we have Ironhide doing another attack. Instead of giving offense up, he doesn't attack. Ugluk comes in, very respectable damage, considering my Ugluk is like 1,600 power right now. He's got a long way to go still. We basic here. I could have special take that offense up off of the Gruhu the Brute, but instead I wanted to show you Ugluk special up again. So there's the blind. He would have threw something. It could have killed Eothane, made this match a little uglier. Obviously, we still would have won. But this is, I thought this was just absolutely crazy. That this like completely free-to-play team works. So Strider, you're getting through objectives. Eowyn, you get her for free, and then she's farmable. I think it's on Shadow Chapter 1. Ugluk is in the guild campaign, so you could farm him to your heart's content. Ironhide is in the guild campaign. You could farm him to your heart's content. Obviously, you need to pick where you're going with that. I suggest unlocking both of them, getting Ugluk to 3 stars, and then probably chilling. That's going to be your gold horde gone after that when you build these characters up, especially when you get to 35s. I'm rambling. Okay, and then Eothane is available light Chapter 1, Node 1. So this is like a super free-to-play friendly team that has so much. From defense downs, counters all over the place, offense up, buff clears, blind. The only blind in the game, I think, which is crazy. No, there's definitely another one. But one that's available so often. I just thought this was a very, very impressive team. I wanted to share it with you guys. I think this is the best way free-to-play players can keep up with people who are buying the Misty Mountain offers, who are getting the Mordor offers, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just want to share this with you. Let me know how you're feeling about the arena in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about Lord of the Rings. I know it's been a little bit, had some house issues that we're getting under control, but I appreciate all you guys' comments and DMs asking me when the next video is coming out. I'm happy you like the content. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm actually going to do another video today about challenges, walking through, I believe it's challenge 3 or maybe challenge 4 for gold, which is huge. We need gold. So look forward to that.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.